Sorry, trying to get y'all in a position where I can show you what I'm doing. So this new one has this nut on the back side, so I'm going to run this off, and it looks like a spacer or retainer on the back side. So I'm going to run this off now and run it through the stock position. The stock hole here. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to run this all the way through here. And then I'll have to, I guess, try to figure out how to run it up and around the steering column like the old one was, and then through the firewall. And that's probably going to be pain, but we'll run that through, and then we'll put our, that's my alarm to tell me I need to go eat, so I can eat every 2 hours. That's 1 hour down, I'll get another hour. All right, so now what I'm going to do is run this stuff back over the cable. Run it back over the cable, the washer and the nut, to put it to where it'll tighten up on the back side of that thing. And honestly, I already kind of like the way that looks. And get it, I guess you can get it if you want to get it nice. You could probably, I will probably go back and do it, but I'm just kind of getting it set right now. But you could put some Loctite on there. I would think that'd probably be a good idea. Put some Loctite on there. That already looks pretty good. Just that knob there. Of course, it doesn't have the nice, I wouldn't even say it was nice. It doesn't have the little base that the other one did, but those were all rusted out anyways. But it's a rat rod, so I don't really care too much about it. And put that screw back in there for the dash. I don't need to remove it to get to any of this stuff so far. So we'll take that, and then I'm gonna run the rest of this. There's the whole piece. Run the rest of this. See if I can run it up over the steering column here like the other one was done. And since the wire is pretty stiff, it should be pretty easy. I'm just gonna run it. There we go. You can feel through there. So you can run it through and pull it through pretty easy. I'm not gonna get anything like super tight right now because I'm just gonna kind of feel it out, because I might need to make some adjustments. And then from here, I would need to run it into the firewall up here and into the engine bay area. So that's not, maybe getting it in there might be a pain in the butt though. I'm gonna have to get my light and look. Getting it through that little spot might be a pain, because it's kind of at a weird angle, but I'll figure it out. We'll get in there and figure it out. It's going in there somehow. Run it through there. Yeah, so we'll get that running through there. Let me go look inside here in the engine bay. I'm gonna take this old one and run it back through the other way through the engine bay too, because it'll help me find out where that hole is. I'll show you all that. All right, so I'll show you what I did, because this is actually pretty good. So what I did was I ran the old cable to help me kind of guide my way. Let me get a light here. I ran the old cable back through the engine bay because it ran through one spot. So you can see right here, here's the old one running through here. So it kind of hooks off to the, once you get it in this hole through the insulation, it kind of hooks off to the left. And that's the only thing that's running through there. So I actually should be able to find it pretty easily. I think they're about the same as far as diameter too. So I shouldn't have to worry about drilling anything out or do anything. I think it'll fit just fine. But that helped me kind of find out where the hole is just to run it back through there. So it might help you guys too. Hopefully y'all can see that and I'm not making y'all nauseous under there. But yeah, right there. There's that cable. Right there. Just run through the firewall. I just ran it back through. So I got it run through the firewall really easily, actually, because of it's a rigid cable. So since it's rigid, I was able to run it through the firewall. Kind of spare y'all me showing y'all that, like me trying to do it and hold the camera or putting it in some weird angle. So that was easy to run through there. And then I just pulled it through, and then now you can see I got my carburetor covered up there. Then here's your bracket here on this holly carb that it'll run through here. And you can see it's got a little notch piece. It kind of locks in there. So I'll tighten all that up. Like I said, I'm just kind of running it. You can see this cable's, it's a universal cable, obviously, so it's obnoxiously long. So I'm gonna have to trim. And so what will have to happen is I'll have to kind of get everything kind of fit and set up, and then have it run through there. And then I'm gonna have to trim this metal outer piece as well as this metal that actually runs through this piece, and that's where it will tighten down, is when you run it through here. You can see that little eyelet right there. It'll run through that eyelet and you'll tighten it down. So I'll have to do some kind of fit and finishing on all of that to get it to work right, but I'm gonna have to trim this cable some in order to get it to work for my specific vehicle. And you may have to do that for yours, you may not. Like I said, it's a short distance from the firewall there. I'll show y'all how that ended up going. So that's what it looks like right now on there. Like I said, that looks pretty good. I like it. You know, I'm probably not going to worry about replacing these knobs and making them super pretty. Like, I just don't care. This is going to be a daily driver, kind of a rust rat rod. That's kind of my thing. It is clean. Doesn't have any rust really on it, but it, maybe in a couple little spots, maybe like back here, it's got like a little bit of rust, but it's pretty clean for the most part. So, but good patina takes time. That's what they say. So, and then I ran it up over the column here. Ran the cable up over the column, and it's got a little nut that tightens down. Like I said, I would recommend throwing some Loctite on that, and then you just run it into the firewall there, and it's offset slightly to the left, so you can feel the little rubber grommet. Then you run it through, and it's right there, and that's where it comes out. And once you run that wire piece through, then you can pull the rest of it through like that, and then start hooking the rest of it up. So we'll keep working through this. I'll probably just spare you guys watching me sit here and do it, and I'll catch you up as I kind of figure stuff out.